Hello, beer tubers, and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppage. Today, drinking some more Lambic. This time from Fonteinen in Belgium. This one is a grape Lambic from them. I haven't had too many grape Lambics from Fonteinen. It's mostly Gueuze I've drunk from them and fruited Lambic, and then also the different barrel stuff, which is really great. But I actually got this one from Fonteinen. Raf from Fonteinen. Provided me with his bottle, so thanks a ton, dude. He was kind enough to send me a box of goodies not too long ago, and I'm looking forward to trying this. The first one I had, the Chabigs and Hababa, is one of the best fruited Lambics I've had from Fonteinen in a while. That was world class. So I'm looking forward to be trying this one. So you can see by the light colored bottle here, the pale green color, lime green, I guess, that it is Lambic that they blend from other producers. That's how you distinguish. The darker olive green bottles are Lambic that they brewed themselves. So this is kind of a collab, really. So this is the Druif Aglianico Ognostro. So it's made with the Ognostro winery in Italy, in Campania, and Marco Tinesa, who runs the winery. They met in Spain, of all places, and they drank some beers, and they talked about some wine, some great wine apparently, and they decided to try and do something and work together. They also drank some Gueuze, apparently, it says here. And then they decided to make this collab. So for this, they macerated Aglianico pomace from his winery in Lambic that was 3-year-old. So it says it's only 3-year-old Lambic in this, and the weighted average of age in the blend is over 30 months. And they used about 384 grams of Aglianico grapes per liter of grape Lambic, or just Lambic. So yeah, that's really cool. What, 3-year-old only? That's why it's smelling so funky from here. And I think that's about all the info we got here. 7.9%, so fairly strong, bottled on this 24th of February last year. So it's been bottle conditioning since. I'm looking forward to be trying this one. I have another Lambic with Aglianico grape promise that's really famous in the cellar. And the only one I've had with this grape variety is Druif from Canton. I had it in Belgium, and I have one bottle and also the wine that the grapes come from to compare, which is going to be really fun. So it's the Druif wine and the Druif Lambic. So, and that's also pomace. It's been a long time since I had that, so I don't really exactly remember how that was. It was in Belgium 2 years ago, and it was like after trying loads of other things. So yeah, and Aglianico grapes are not any I'm really that familiar with. So apparently they're very earthy, tannic, smoky, but also some berry notes. But they have like some very sharp, earthy, kind of tannic nuances. And Forest 4, I've seen people talking mushroomy and stuff like that. A lot of like kind of interesting notes, like deep notes, and then also some fruit. So yeah, it will be fun to try this. And I think I might have seen Ognostro before the wine, because I think I recognize the logo. But yeah, let's see which one. I'm looking forward to this. I'm actually going to pair this with a dry aged steak. I think that's going to be pretty good because it's a great Lambic. And I'm not popping a bottle of wine on my own tonight because I want to try some beers as well. So this looks nice in the glass. It looks very nice and pale red, slight orange hued. You know, you can see it's pomace they used and not fresh grapes, because it's not like the same deep color as you get with fresh grapes in a Lambic. Slightly hazy, or actually quite hazy. There's a little bit of light bleeding through in the bottom of the glass. Slight white head there. Let's check out the aroma on the Ognostro Aglianico. Is that how you say it? Aglianico grape Lambic. I think so. From Fonteinen and Ognostro. You smell old Lambic in this. Wow. Huge minerality and funk, which is really nice. It smells mellow on the acidity as well, which is nice. Like, sometimes grape Lambics can be a bit sour, sometimes not. It really depends a lot, but again, as with a lot of other fruits, they can be sour. But with the pomace, I think sometimes they're less sour. And also the thing with the pomace is like, it's not the same like crazy juicy grape explosion, but it's really vinous. I'm totally seeing like earthy, tobacco-y notes to this. Soily for sure, but there's like some blueberry type undercurrents as well. And of course, just red grape, but really musty old Lambic funk and high minerality, like a savory, salty, oceanic like vibe. horse blanket. This smells great. This was exactly what I hoped it would be just by judging by the aroma, also with the steak that I'm going to pair it with. But let's see how it is on the taste. Cheers, and thanks to Raf from Fonteinen for the beer. Wow, that's really nice. That's not that sour. That's nice. It's really, really easy going on the acidity. I was just thinking this is not, it's going to be super sharp on the acidity, but it's not. It's super balanced. High tannin on it. Loads of tannin driving on the back. That's really nice. You can also definitely taste its pomace because it's more of a, it's not like as jammy a fruit character to it. It really shines more on all those like earthy, soily, forest floor mushroomy notes. But with fruitiness as well. This is going to be great with that steak. I can tell you already. Really nice barnyardy funkiness to it. There's a bit of cherry, a bit of apricot, a bit of strawberry, blueberry notes as well. So there's definitely some fruitiness. That oceanic salinity carries through. Really drying grape expression. Wow, that is really good. I'm not gonna have a problem sipping on this on my own. Like I'm totally gonna be able to down the entire bottle. This is really nice. I fucking love grape lambics. Like sometimes I'm thinking maybe I should try some more wine. Even like natural wines, because I really love the funkiness and grape quality together. Even a touch of vanilla note there. Dry oaky finish, really nice old lambic character. It has a lot of those musty celery aged notes, which is just awesome. Wow. I don't know why I was just expecting this to be crazy sour. And I'm not sure. I think it's because when I had Togone, that was really sharp on the acidity, but it was also, was it an older or maybe a fresh bottle? I can't remember how it was, but I just remember being, ooh, that was really sour. But I guess the idea of using 3-year-old lambic works really well because it will, it'll be more aged, it'll be more, probably a little bit less sour due to oxidation and some of the things that happens in the barrel. And then like you blend in all that bright fruit and you get like a great balance because you also get some acidity sometimes from the fruit. And so I'm guessing it works really well with 3-year-old. I think the tendency usually is 2-year-old lambic and then grapes. But like, people experiment a lot. Like I know Buffcon, for example, they do 1, 2, 3-year-old, kind of like a Goose, and then also grapes. So it depends on your process. But this is really good. Leathery tobacco notes too. And like it's the tannins are maybe a bit, like I've always said I love high tannins, but the tannins might be a little much here. Give this a year or two extra in the cellar. I think this will be really, really, really outstanding. It's also like the grape qualities are totally there, but it's a bit like a slightly mellow quality, and that's because it's pomace. Because with pomace you don't get that same explosion. And what's cool with the pomace as well is like the lambic also really gets to shine, because really young grape lambics with just grapes that are fresh, they become very, in the beginning especially, they're very natural wine-like, and then they need to age a bit for the lambic to shine as well. Whereas with pomace, I think it's sometimes the other way. Like they're pretty much quite lambic to grape. The lambic to grape ratio is usually pretty good straight out of the gate, and then it will just develop in complexity as it ages. So I'm guessing that's why a lot of people use pomace. It's also a great way to reuse the spent grapes instead of just throwing them out. So especially when you make a product that tastes like this good. And I'm not just saying this because I got it from Druif Aglianico. This is great. This is grapefruit lambic. It's a grape lambic. It's a little bit more easygoing. It's not like big and bombastic in its complexity, but it's making it really sessionable, which is also really nice, and making it a really nice food lambic, I think. In general, I think lambic pairs very well with food compared to other styles. I remember back in the day, people said, like, oh, you pair an imperial stout with a steak because it's robust. I'm like, no, like, give me a grape lambic. I think, like, for steak, mainly, like, red wine is best. And this is like a dry aged steak, so it'll be interesting with, like, funkiness and everything. But I think this is really good. It's not, like, world class or anything, but this is something that can definitely have some potential with age. And this bottle here is drinking fine, but yeah, if you guys have some in the cellar, I'd say save some because it's drinking nice now, but I think it will be even better in a year or two. Very nice. So grade for the Ognostro collab here. Also a bit of a sherry note there on the back. I think 93. Really, really good grape Thomas Lambic. If you love grape lambics, I think you should check this out. I just love these kind of lambics with the grapes because the grapes add so much complexity compared to fruits. Fruits also often, add a lot of complexity. It also often depends on the fruit. But with grapes, there's so much more going on often. I mean, when you drink red wines or whites, there's so many layers of flavor from the grapes. And you can get that with some, like Chabaks and cherries, for example. They also develop a lot of complexity. But say stone fruits, they're like a bit more straight out the gate, like just loads of the specific fruit. So, but this is really damn good. A very nice surprise. So thanks a ton, Raf. This was a treat. So if you guys had a chance to try the Fonteinen and Ognostro Druif Aglianico, let me know what you thought of it. Really nice. And what I really enjoy as well is, 7.9%, 8%, you don't really taste it. And I think that like the biggest caveat a lot of people will have with this is the tannins, but they will mellow as it ages as well. So really nice. If you had it, let me know. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, check the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And I keep saying Twitter. It's just the usual spiel. It's called X now, and I don't ever use it. But cheers, and see you guys in another beer review.